Wakanda.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe has been an unstoppable force at the box office for over a decade, with billion-dollar blockbusters and unforgettable heroes.
You sure he's dead?
If it wasn't true, I wouldn't call you.
Marvel Studios seemed untouchable, but not every MCU movie was a massive hit. Some underperformed, some outright flopped, and others left fans scratching their heads, wondering what went wrong. From disappointing sequels to movies that arrived way too late, today we're counting. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of Marvel, movies, or just love a good breakdown of what went wrong, you're in the right place. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on new content. Now, let's jump into the list, starting with number 10 and working our way down to the biggest disappointment of them all. Number 10, Avengers: Age of Ultron, 2015.
Strings. Had to kill the other guy.
Too much setup, not enough payoff. How do you follow up the Avengers, one of the biggest superhero movies ever? Well, Age of Ultron tried, but it didn't quite stick the landing. While it still made over $1.4 billion, it still left many fans disappointed.
This Ultron's about to call Sentinel Prime the biggest piece of shit of all time.
Ultron, the film's big bad, was hyped as a terrifying villain, but his sarcastic jokes made it hard to take him seriously.
I had strings, but now I'm free.
The movie was overloaded with setup for future films, teasing Wakanda,
Wakanda.
setting up Thor's Ragnarok journey,
Extinction.
seeing Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
An miracle.
Director Joss Whedon later admitted that studio interference forced him to add elements he didn't want.
How many real meaty deleted scenes are there?
Quite a few.
Will those see the light?
Making the story feel cluttered. Ultron's final design was originally going to look more human to match James Spader's facial expressions, but Marvel scrapped the idea.
This is the best I can do. This is exactly what I wanted.
9. Captain Marvel, 2019.
That's a photon blast.
A billion-dollar success that left fans. Divided, it made $1.1 billion. So why is Captain Marvel on this list?
Me?
Yes.
I'm not touching that thing.
You want me to get you an oven mitt?
Because while it was a financial hit, it didn't connect with audiences the way other MCU origin stories did. Carol Danvers was meant to be the MCU's next big hero,
I have nothing to prove to you.
but many found her personality underdeveloped compared to Iron Man or Thor. The de-aging CGI on Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury was impressive,
First job,
Soldier, straight out of high school. Left the ranks of full bird colonel.
then
Spy.
but some fans felt he overshadowed the actual protagonist.
That's a yes or no question.
yes.
The film's placement between Infinity War and Endgame made it feel like a required watch rather than an exciting standalone adventure. Fun fact, Brie Larson trained in jiu-jitsu, judo, and wrestling to prepare for her role. She even learned to fly a jet.
You know how to fly this thing?
We'll see.
8. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, 2021. A pandemic victim, Marvel's first Asian-led superhero movie brought stunning fight sequences and a strong lead in Simu Liu, but despite great reviews, it struggled at the box office. Released during the COVID-19 pandemic, many theaters were still closed.
I was just disappointed, and not just, not for me, but mostly for my kids.
Hurting its global earnings. The marketing campaign was weak, leading many casual fans to be unsure of who Shang-Chi was.
From sunup to sundown.
It had fewer connections to the larger MCU, making it feel like a side story rather than a must-watch blockbuster.
I gave you 10 years to live your life.
Fun fact, Simu Liu tweeted at Marvel years before he was cast.
When they announced this movie, I was like really, really excited. Kind of tongue-in-cheek, I ended up tweeting Marvel, hey, are we gonna talk or what? So I'm very glad I did that.
Jokingly asking for the role, Marvel actually noticed. Seven, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, 2022. The Multiverse Letdown. This was supposed to be the big multiverse movie, but instead it left many fans feeling underwhelmed.
This is just terrible.
The movie teased a wild multiverse adventure, but fans only got a few alternate realities instead of an expansive journey. The Illuminati reveal was hyped up.
The Fantastic Four. Hello, Stephen.
Fantastic Four. Didn't you guys chart in the 60s?
But their quick defeat made their inclusion feel like a waste. Wanda Maximoff's transition into a full villain felt rushed, and some fans disliked how WandaVision's character development was undone.
What have you done?
Fun fact, Marvel considered casting Tom Cruise as an alternate Iron Man.
I am Iron Man.
But scheduling conflicts prevented it.
So the multiverse, most recently, there was an incident with Spider-Man.
What man?
Spider-Man, he has the power.
6. The Incredible Hulk, 2008, the forgotten MCU movie. The second movie in the MCU is also the one nobody talks about. Edward Norton starred as Bruce Banner.
That fight was so many years ago. I'm a completely different person now, literally.
But creative differences led to him being replaced by Mark Ruffalo. While it wasn't a total failure, it didn't generate the same excitement as Iron Man, which came out the same year. Universal still holds partial rights to Hulk solo movies, which is why Marvel hasn't made another standalone Hulk film. Fun fact, the post-credit scene featuring Tony Stark was added at the last minute, making it one of the MCU's first real crossovers.
What if I told you we were putting a team together? Who's we?
5. Black Widow, 2021. A movie that came too late. Fans wanted a Black Widow solo film for years, and then it arrived after her character had already died in Endgame. The film's release was delayed multiple times due to COVID-19, hurting its box office numbers. While Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova was a standout,
It's a fighting pose. You're a total poser.
Not a poser.
Oh, come on. I mean, they're great poses, but...
the film itself felt unnecessary. The villain, Taskmaster, was a major letdown.
Such a poser.
With a completely changed backstory that upset comic fans.
Hi.
Fun fact, Scarlett Johansson sued Disney for releasing the movie on Disney+.
Black Widow star Scarlett Johansson has filed a lawsuit against the Walt Disney Company, alleging that her contract was breached when her Marvel film was released on Disney+.
Arguing it hurt her earnings, they later settled.
Like this thing that you do when you whip your hair when you're fighting with the arm and the hair and you do like a fighting pose.
Number 4. Thor: The Dark World, 2013.
Darcy? Jane!
Yeah.
The MCU's most boring movie. Even Marvel jokes about Thor.
Emotionally powerful stuff happens, but it's very, very funny, and it's, that's what I sort of took away from
The Dark World now. Malekith, the villain, was so forgettable that even hardcore MCU fans struggle to remember his motivations. The film's tone was inconsistent, trying to be dark and dramatic. While also forcing in awkward humor. Even Chris Hemsworth admitted the movie didn't work.
That threatens to consume everything, including us, and I think that's what he offers up to Loki. It's like if we do nothing.
Leading to Thor's complete reinvention in Thor: Ragnarok.
Here?
I'm Loki. You may have heard of me.
That was for New York.
Fun fact, Loki was supposed to die in this movie, but test audiences loved him so much that Marvel changed the script. Number 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, 2023.
You sure? He's dead.
If it wasn't true, I wouldn't call you.
A messy start to Phase 5. This movie was supposed to make Kang the Conqueror the MCU's next big villain.
So you've been studying the quantum realm? Why didn't you ask me about it?
Instead, it left audiences unimpressed. The CGI-heavy quantum realm felt lifeless, making the whole film look artificial. The humor fell flat, with MODOK becoming more of a meme than a threat.
Darren?
Surprised to see me?
Instead of a fun Ant-Man adventure, the movie focused too much on setting up future MCU projects.
Killer.
It's over, Jesse.
Fun fact, Paul Rudd's script was rewritten multiple times, leading to a disjointed final product.
Give it to me!
I couldn't be.
Number 2, Eternals, 2021. The MCU's first rotten movie, Marvel tried to go bold with Eternals, but the results were mixed.
In fact, Eternals is one of the lowest rated. It actually might be the lowest.
Introducing 10 new superheroes in one film made it hard for audiences to connect with them. The story felt disconnected from the rest of the MCU.
Come on, it's not Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame deserved the 3 hours, but Eternals? You're pushing that time frame as well.
Leaving fans unsure of its importance. It became the first MCU film to get a rotten score on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's over.
Number 1, The Marvels 2023, the biggest MCU flop ever. At number 1, we have the worst performing MCU movie of all time. It had the lowest opening weekend in MCU history, struggling to break even. The marketing failed to excite fans, and interest in the MCU was already declining. It became the first MCU movie to make under $100 million in its opening weekend.
You can turn light into physical matter, which I have never heard of. I could totally show you. No!
And there you have it. Which one disappointed you the most? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more awesome content. Thanks for watching.